then we start.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. But I don't know, they said the other live was still active, but I wasn't there, so because the social media guy said he could hear you, but I was like, no, we've ended that session. So
Oh, really?
yes. Reza, you are the first person to be here. She's very committed to their lives though, but unfortunately if you win once you cannot win again. So she has already won, and I don't know, funny enough, she knows all the answers and she tries to help us. All right, so I think we can start now. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome SERWAA to REFLO'S Company Limited. We are happy to have you on board, and it's my pleasure to host you today for today's live session. You are warmly welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us. Yes. I don't know if you heard what I said. I said welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us. You're warmly welcome. And today is your first live session, so well, welcome. So without wasting much time, last week, sorry, I couldn't make it. I had an emergency to attend to. So I will just give a quick recap about what happened last week. I think last week's topic was on REFLO'S Shiro. So every month we pick one woman, a black woman or a white, like a woman who has actually made a positive impact, who has actually made a deliberate effort to change the stereotype or to change the general notion of what a woman should be. So last week, all the girls or all the ladies on YouTube picked one or two Shiro to talk about their achievements and the tremendous effort they made to change their society. Basically, that was what took place last week. And I personally, my Shiro is called Sylvia Wilby. She's a British woman, and she's actually a lecturer or a professor in one of the big institutions. And she is much more into gender mainstreaming and the patriarchal society, and it's lovely. She wrote a book which is the patriarchy system and all that, and it's lovely. And she said when patriarchy loses its grip in one end, it takes back another grip in a different perspective. And even as a woman, you are being in fact liberated from the home, but after you leave the home, you have the whole of society, the whole of the world if whereby if care is not taken, people will take advantage of you because they will exploit you. And growing up, most women were being taught not to speak up. If you speak up, they start saying you are behaving like a man, you don't respect and all that. So if you cannot speak up for yourself, although you can be liberated from the home, you get yourself swallowed by the world. So that's my Shiro, and I really like her works. Like her literature writings are exceptional. So I don't know, would you want to share with us your Shiro?
Yeah, I think last week I wasn't available to as well because I think the whole thing started last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
No, but do you
I
have
was
any woman in history or any woman you think she has done tremendously well that a young girl can emulate from?
I think Chimamanda.
Okay. I am not a feminist. That book is lovely, yeah.
she talks a lot about feminists, right?
Yeah,
And I like the way she defends um video ladies too as well. Yeah, because um she literally said she wouldn't let a man take control over some things.
yeah,
Someone is saying she can't hear me so well.
yeah.
But can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you, but not really, but yeah, I can hear you.
Wow. Is it okay now?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it okay? Can you hear me
yeah,
now?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so Chimamanda, I think she's quite difficult. Looking at on her perspective side, yeah, she is eloquent and yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Chimamanda is great because one speech of hers that I like so much is the danger of a one-sided story. And she said what one story does is that like telling half story is that it creates stereotypes. For instance, and she used the West and Africa in this context. So they tell the white people Africa is blah blah, like we live on trees and all that. But they never told them that in Belgium, way back in DR Congo, the Europeans, especially the Belgiums, used to bully, and they were so barbaric to DR Congo to take all their diamonds away. So
Hmm.
when she spoke about that, that's true because the danger of one story is that you don't know the full picture, and it creates stereotype because this person thinks it's only the other person who is actually working or don't know what's going on. But the truth of the matter is that no, if that's why even if you go to court, it's fair trial. Sometimes they know that you actually caused the murder, but they have to give you a fair hearing. And I normally say fair hearing actually started in the Garden of Eden because when God came, He actually knew they've ate the fruit or the tree they were not supposed to feed on. But He said He asked them, "What have you done?" So you have to giving just one-sided story is not complete. And when you come to her book I Am Not a Feminist, she made it a point that if you think that fighting for equal rights for women means she's a feminist, then she's a proud one, of course, because I don't think fighting for equal rights, equal wages and equal salary means that someone is a feminist. And what is even feminism in the first place? People um have misconceptions about it. People misunderstand it. They misconstrue it. Feminism is not like a man hater or someone going for a man. What they are just saying is that okay, if we are working in the same job as a managing director, if the man takes 2,000 cities, I have to take 2,000 cities. It's not because okay, I'm a woman, you have to give me something less,
Yeah.
but just that the earlier people who proposed the theory also the way they went on with the movement was quite complicated. So people think they were very radical. So people think it's like a fight against men, but that's not it. That's why to be on the safer side, mostly it's better to just incline with the African womanism, which explains further because the first wave and the second wave of feminism was deadly to some extent. Not deadly, but the movement made it look like they are fighting against men. But that was not their intention. But it came out like that. So yeah, Chimamanda is great, and I mean she's written a lot of books. But I think that I Am Not a Feminist is a book everyone needs to read. If you're a young girl and you really want to take back your power, you have to go and read that. All right, thank you so much, Sewa, for sharing it with us. So today's topic is teenage pregnancy.
This
In our
video is
local
called
dialect, is Impuanyinse.
Pregnacy.
Impuanyinse. So yeah, I will allow you to talk, then I will pick it from there. Thank you.
But can you see me?
And not really.
Yeah, since the video is paused here, I don't know.
Then it's not from my end because if you can see me and hear me, then maybe it's a bit of your network.
Ah.
But we can hear you, so you can talk. That's fine.
No, okay. So you want me to share my ideas about teenage pregnancy, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we all know that teenage pregnancy is basically a worldwide disease, right?
Um, Hello, viewers. Can you hear Sewa, please?
The video is paused. Oh, I don't know why you, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, perfectly.
So should I talk? Because I think someone is complaining the video is paused.
No, yes, we can hear her. Okay, some people said they can hear you, so you can just go ahead.
Guys, can you please hear me?
No, she's far from
Wow.
one, so it's not too clear.
Gosh.
Okay,
So
then let me just dive into it till we get you fully. Then you can I will allow you to share your opinion.
okay, they want me to get closer to the phone. That is
Yeah,
what they want.
yeah.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Viewers, can
Okay.
you hear? Oh, okay.
Okay, someone said I can speak.
Yeah.
So can I speak now?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay, so probably teenage pregnancy has become a prevalent worldwide disease that is hunting parents and young girls who may have a promising future, right? And this simply is a process whereby girls below the age of 20 and between the ages of 15 and 19 becomes pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, in our culture, most of our parents wouldn't get time to talk about these um, things related to sexual related things, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't feel comfortable because they knew when they talk about this thing with us, it'll be something like you just go and try it and see. So they would rather keep mute, which isn't helping the youth. Like, I mean, the younger girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you as a mother, you have to feel free to talk to your baby or like to talk to your kid about this situation. When
Mm-hmm.
you do this, it will end up you to this. When you do that, it will end up to you to this. But here's the case, they don't feel okay because they see it to be like asɛ ɛyɛ bɔne sɛ wɔka kyerɛ ɔba sɛ menkɔ nkɔyɛ saa adeɛ wei na ɔkɔyɛ saa adeɛ wei a ɛbɛyɛ do to this.
Yeah.
Probably this has been the worst thing that is happening in this country, like Ghana to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't help us at all because we go into school, we teach about this teenage pregnancy thing, and mostly we know that as a young age, when you get to this point, you menstruate. So when you do this, you get pregnant. It's no make school. I mean, so ya share me society with me ya me see. It's my main conquer. But I still need it for my mom or for my African parents to tell me that, oh, Ebiama, don't get yourself out, don't involve yourself in such act because when you do it, you end up in this situation. So maybe whenever you try to do it, just protect yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So pregnancy has become something, ah, I don't know, but like it's quite difficult. Even if you were to explain it further, it's quite difficult because it's not something that we are practicing here in our country.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your wonderful submission. Well, I would have to give the viewers about what all the five ladies said, so that from here they can go and watch the full videos. So, Reflo's Baby's point about teenage pregnancy is that it's a no, 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 and she didn't get to where she is if she had got pregnant like in her teens. And as a woman, your body is your gold, so you have to keep it well. Because an adolescent girl getting pregnant at a younger age, how are you going to pay for the child's school fees? Even your own self, you cannot cater for yourself because even at puberty, you don't know how to really keep your body, even when it comes to keeping your body clean. Then how much more about like having a child? Then Miss Candid spoke about some of the reasons why teenage pregnancy is still a thing of the present, because we used to think it's a thing of the past, but mind you, it's even now on a higher rate than it used to be. So she also picked it from the fact that just as Sewa said, that lack of parents educating their children, because in Africa, like from where we come from, a
Mm-hmm.
parent cannot tell the child, vagina, this is your vagina. She will say, oh, this is your VJ. So if the child goes out and someone says, this is your vagina, I want to penetrate, she doesn't know because the mother said it's VJ. Parents are afraid to
Yeah.
say penis, like they cannot say that. But tell your child, this is your penis. At this age, sometimes yes, you get how do they call this boys thing? Ninth something, I've forgotten. When you see that it's normal for a guy, it only shows that your penis is active, but that doesn't mean go and have sex because you are still young. Parents fail to tell their children, they don't want to educate their children on reproductive health organs and all that
Mm-hmm.
reproductive health system. They don't do that. Then Church Girl also said that, well, we think probably most people, when people hear teenage pregnancy, they think teenage pregnancy is just in Africa, but teenage pregnancy is a world issue. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
you every year in their articles they talk about teenage pregnancy and ways to combat that. So just that the only difference is that in Africa is highly on an increased rate day in and day out. People are getting teens are getting pregnant due to the poverty factor.
Mm-hmm.
Then um reflows Maverick said like she believes in new ideas, but teenage pregnancy is a no-go area because it distorts your life plans. You cannot, although yes, there are people who got pregnant and could go back to school, but how many? Because even the stereotype of a like akrakotoa or akrabone and all that, you cannot. And if you don't get a supportive family, how are you even going to go back to school? Because in this instance, some of
That's
the run away after they get, because these are also teenage boys. And he also spoke about she also spoke about perverted men, because some men,
mm-hmm.
I don't know what's wrong with them, if the way they think is quite different from normal human beings. Like, this is a teenage girl and they still go after that to just
Yeah.
for her future. Then
Mm-hmm.
womanist spoke about the fact that if you pick like 10 girls, you will get two out of them who are teenagers and who are pregnant, due to the high increased rate of poverty, and I mean all the social factors regarding um, teenage pregnancy. So I think this is how they all viewed it, and of course they all disagree to the fact that teenage pregnancy is not something we should encourage at all, because it goes a long way to affect the young girls. Then it comes back to empowering women. Then that means the job we are doing is not necessary, because if teenage pregnancy keeps increasing, then whom are we empowering? Because we are empowering these women to be self independent, to speak up, and to be able to express their freedoms without fear or discrimination. So, if these same people are getting pregnant between 15 and 19, then that's a problem. So,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll just talk about what I think. In the first place, I would ask, what is teenage pregnancy? Um, in as much as possible, that when we talk about teenage pregnancy, or impriwani saying in our local dialect, what is teenage pregnancy? Teenage pregnancy in its sense is like can also be called adolescent pregnancy or teen pregnancy, and it normally takes place between the ages of 15, in your teens, which is 15 to 19. But in Africa, even now, as young as 12, 13,
That's
14,
okay.
even 9 years, people are getting pregnant. And we all, it's a big issue. It's a social issue, it's an economic issue, it's a national issue. So for us to tackle this topic, we have to look at the factors. Why is it that teenagers who should be in school or who should be focusing on their lives at between these ages are getting pregnant to spoil their, because as soon as you get pregnant, you the mother, you couldn't break that barrier, you couldn't cross the hurdle. So you are giving birth to a child who will end up suffering, because at 15, 12, 9, what do you really have to, even you yourself, you cannot take care of yourself. So how then do you take care of the child? So it creates a sequence of poverty in one's family. So some of the
Exactly.
factors which causes teenage pregnancy, I think, is economic factors, which is poverty, and the educational factor, which is lack of reproductive health education by parents and even um, in schools. Because even in schools, teachers don't really like teaching about reproductive health. When they get there, they do, but they don't really tell us like this is this, this is that. Some do, but some also try to
Why?
maneuver around the West.
Because they have this misconception that
Hmm.
they are kids, but I dream about it,
It's not.
as well. Yes, that is what mostly they think. Instead of them to go straight to the point, you just be
Yeah.
pushing around the corner.
Yes.
They wouldn't tell you the actual thing.
Hmm.
Yes, they wouldn't tell you the actual thing. Like, say, I'm a teacher, I'm teaching. When I get to this topic, I'm supposed to tell exactly what entails in this topic, but I wouldn't because minimum you as a kid or you as a child, you would try like you just go and oh let me give it a try and see if what actually my teacher is saying is true or not.
Yes, that's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do understand I do understand then why they don't talk about that thing.
Like you said, this because I don't know. For instance, excuse my language. If
Okay.
if you say kote or eche, people think it's harsh, but that is our language.
Yeah,
But what makes you think
yeah.
if you say vagina or penis is cute? And for me,
Hmm.
the mental slavery starts from there because if you feel saying vagina is more cute and saying tre is sorry harsh, then sorry, because it's the same thing. Even in schools, teachers cannot even tell children this is your vagina. And of course, we know where we come from. In most homes, it's now that people are being well educated. Like if you go to a village, um your mother is not educated, so how is she won't say vagina, she knows is this is your private part, this is chair or something, but she cannot say it because she thinks saying it is too heavy for her mouth. So
Yeah.
they try to run away from it. Then when the child goes out, because when this child goes out to meet her peers, they also don't really know, so they try to say things. Sometimes it's not like they are misleading them, but that's what they think, and they out of curiosity they go and try it, and that ends up in something they never wish for. But you cannot blame the children. To some extent you have to blame the parents, because if you had taught your child that this is that, this is this is that, if you do this and that, this is the consequences, it's normal for you to feel this way at a point in time, that shows that you are a woman or a girl or a lady. But that doesn't mean do it.
Mhm.
You have self-control. Even if you do it, these are the methods to do it, to prevent pregnancy. In the West, they teach their children these things. These things are nothing. They teach them. So
But do you also know that most parents who doesn't care about their kid like their kids?
yes, in Ghana, for instance, yes, they don't
Yes,
care.
they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care about whether to go to school or whether to do what is needed. No, they don't care. All what they care is bra beji kota their money. That's all. And which is really bad because when you go to some villages at all, overcall like you see some young like girls like 12, 13 years, no one you. I
Yeah.
think why are you pregnant? Like or who got you pregnant? Me mommy ska uncle school and a boy when a mommy ska. You see, yeah,
It's a serious, it's a very
it's
serious
really
issue.
tough.
If
It's
I had
really, really
the
tough.
opportunity to travel to some like many villages and all that, we were registering
Mhm.
people in a card and all that. So we used to go to remote villages. Then when these young girls come to me, like they come and I start talking to them, Oko school, where you then, like they'll be like, Minko school, Majai school, many boy nete, like
Yes,
12, 13, hey, only boy
our
nete,
boy, our boy.
boy nete. Like, and I'm like, oh my man, casual, so, ne my man, for boy, ne man, my miska. So if parents are encouraging these things, even if yes, we understand the poverty rate is high, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't care. Don't give birth if you cannot take care of the child. It's not
No,
cool.
no,
It's not cool. And you have to
because
do it when you are simple.
mm-hmm,
Because even
I
after
think
childbirth, a lot of things happen. A lot.
yeah,
Which sometimes maybe if you are not ready, if you didn't really wanted to have a child, it will go a long way to affect you. Sometimes children get your child can you can give birth to your child as a normal child. Growing up, she becomes disabled, like a lot of things. So if you are not psychologically ready to have a child, don't go and have a child. But these parents, even after they give birth, they still keep giving birth. Look at Accra. When you are in traffic, these
Five
children.
of them. No, you know you can't take care of them. Oh, I said, what's for master hand? Obi aye the ope. Until say
Yes,
you said about you still take it because only when the question nobody will take care of it. It's the one I was saying what over.
it's
Yeah,
sad.
that's what I this one. And the money now so.
Ahomtesem. But now that we know the causes and the consequences, what do you think are some of the ways? Hello, so what did you hear me? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What do you think are some of the ways we can solve? I know we cannot fully solve it, but can reduce this teenage pregnancy in our country.
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was saying that what do you think are some of the ways we can use to reduce teenage pregnancy? Because we will be very unrealistic to say that can be used to totally combat teenage pregnancy. It's not something that we can totally say it will be solved, but we can reduce it.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
way of educating our kids.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to educate your child like in situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let her know that when she does this, it's when it head to this. So she didn't even try it at all. And also providing the needs of the child
Yeah.
is most important then. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you don't provide it, someone outside there will provide it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it will land her into, getting pregnant too as well. So just provide the needs of the child. And also letting her know the fact that um she being a lady comes with a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then why don't you take good care of yourself? When you
Mm-hmm.
need something, mommy, I need this, so let me know about this.
Yeah.
I think this is what most parents need to do. Not
Yeah.
even the only the mom per se, but both the father and the mother too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true. And I also think that you see, social media is a powerful tool, is a good tool, but I'll urge young people coming up that what they actually see sometimes it is true, but sometimes it's not true. So you don't have to feel pressured by someone's life
Exactly.
because you don't even know what goes on behind the scene for the
Mm-hmm.
person to live that lavish life. Like, sorry, someone is 50 years and is living a particular life, and you, like a 12-year-old girl, you want to use 1 year to get what someone used 50 years to get. Sorry, it's not realistic. So
No,
be on your pace. Appreciate what your parents. Some of the children too are bad. They are bad because if my mother can afford 1 CD a day for me, I
you
have
don't
to
want
understand and appreciate it. If my friend's father gives her 5 CDs, that is not enough
that
to
is
give
her.
4 CDs to also have 5 CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 CD, although cannot really buy what the other one can buy, stay in your lane. Actually find something that can satisfy you at that within that space you are in. Because you have to understand that all these fingers are not the same. So definitely if someone has been able to afford the daughter 5 CDs and your mother could afford 1 CD, appreciate it because she is going out of her way to make sure you have food on the table.
Yeah.
And you don't have to envy your friend, of course, because this
Because
is
she has this, she has that.
exactly. And
Yeah.
because when that's coming, hey, peer pressure, hey, my friend has this week, I have to get some. Sorry, why are you taking this world too? If you concentrate on your education, everything you want to do, it will get to a time you can
Mm-hmm.
you buy those things. You've been like, so, and you even
Why
notice
not all
it's
day?
not that necessary like the way
Mm-hmm.
be wearing everything. You won't even have that time. Sorry, but Don't feel pressured. Everyone is on their lane. Even 6 o'clock is twice in a day. So why are you rushing? And like Sewa said, there should be public education in our schools, in homes. Non-governmental organizations can come in to educate these young girls on their reproductive health and the dangers of teenage pregnancy. Also,
And one thing, it has to this. I think they have to reduce the false text because me as a teenager, I can
mhm,
meet someone somewhere, and the person will try to convince me enough to make me believe that, yeah, as this person can do this for me, this person can do that for me, and at the end I'll just get pregnant without
it's
even my parents knowing I'm pregnant. That is
yeah,
the first thing, because I know nothing about this whole thing, but it just engage me into it, and that thing too has to reduce.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you guys are listening to us, and I think Sewa just made a wonderful submission, and that's true. And we keep saying, educate the girl child in schools, in churches, everywhere. Whilst educating the girl child, don't forget to also educate the boy child, because the girl child doesn't just get up to go get pregnant. It's a two-way thing. So I think educating the girl child and both the male child is the best way to go. So if our viewers have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. We will answer it and go to the next.
But can you guys see me? I don't know, but my video is paused here.
Yeah, I don't know why. Then you can leave and come back like you did.
Okay.
Hello, viewers. If you have any question, you can drop it. Then we will tackle the question so that we can move to the next stage of the session. Okay, Hannah says we should focus on both gender, educating both, yes, because it's a two-way thing. Like even in our local dialect, they say utu ejamwafo no na utu momonefo. So you cannot just educate the girl child only. It's a two-way thing. That's correct. Yeah. So I've asked our viewers to ask us questions. If
Okay.
then we can answer. Then we will move on to the uh, we will move on to the next step where we will rather ask them questions and the first person to
Yeah. Okay. I was 19
I
years old.
think Bill.
I would really love to go around
Yes,
Africa.
yes, yes, definitely. Okay, I think Mabel said some people in high authority also support this. So what do you think about that?
Who higher authorities? But wait, the person says some high people in authorities also support this. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, but it's true too as well.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Because we have young kids, like, let me say, from 15 years to 90 years, who are engaged in this prostitution things,
Hmm.
because they are being filled up with their mind, like, when you do this, I think there's that money that you get from this person, so why don't you
Hmm.
involve yourself and do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that too, I think it brings teenage pregnancy, because at the end, that person you're going to sleep with, he wouldn't take you anywhere.
No.
Yes, he's just having sex with you just for fun,
Hmm.
and he knows you are a teenager. You can't do anything for him aside giving him sex.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think what the person said is true.
Yeah.
They are in support of this.
Very.
Instead of them, you wouldn't know who is actually support, but I think they are just hiding somewhere doing this whole thing.
Yes, and one person also asked that how do you deal with a stubborn teenage girl?
How do you deal with stubborn teenage girls?
Yeah.
Um, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So she was asking, how do you deal with the stubborn teenage girl?
Yes.
yeah, funny say, Accra or Accra Bonnie, the way in the day or Accra Bonnie. But you just have to let her know her stance. Just maybe tell her something like, as I said, you have to use protection if you are ready to do this thing. Like if you're ready to do whatever that you want to do, you have to use protection because you can't just advise a teenage because I cry on one story or anything
What's true?
was and there's nothing the best time. Do you get my point?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, was true when a day was true. BB ain't Mrs. Sano, but just tell her, Ebia Ama, minim say what do this stage, ain't no, what do you miss say if you cross or be involving yourself in something like that at that it's either you protect yourself rather than getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
I
I
think,
think
yeah, with
yeah,
that, no, and no, was she could know say, me koye say na me yes ya, yeah, be say emba.
yes, and I also think through constant education and counseling, and also using people's life experience, definitely you would know one or two people who were being stubborn or fearful to, and how it ended them. So you have to use that as a case study to ask
What?
somebody. Like constant counseling and constant teaching, like talking to her, counseling her, educating her. Like we said, if it's not really like easy to change to change human beings in general, unless the person
Mm-hmm.
is willing to. You cannot change an individual because habits are like woven through. It's very difficult to break a habit, and it's even take like 21 days to break a habit or to start a habit, and it's not easy. Like it's not. Aside that, habits are this is the person's lifestyle since childhood or at a point in time. You cannot just use one counseling or one um, learning period or one teaching period to change her. So it would take
Mm-hmm.
counseling and also use, because like they say, if you such nipa just censorship.
Mm-hmm.
So if we to know for now one such you can use somebody's censorship to um advise her. If she still doesn't do it, then I think you have to pray about it and just hope. And like Sewa said, if she's not changing, you have to let her know the right procedure to go through to prevent teenage pregnancy. Because some
Yes.
people curious, they want to know what's in there, what you are preventing me from enjoying. So with such a child, you have to just help her, maybe do family planning or contraceptive or something. Although we are not supporting that, but when it gets that,
Yeah.
you have to protect your daughter. So you have to
Yeah.
do the. Any more questions, please, for us? Okay, someone said it all starts and ends with upbringing.
Mhm. Oh,
Mm,
sometimes it depends on that, but you see,
yeah.
once the kind of friends are any monant's account.
Mm-hmm,
Oh no, I'll try be actually.
mm-hmm,
So definitely push you to go and try it and see. Oh, Charlie, this no, yeah, it's really nice. Why don't you try it and see?
mm-hmm.
Maybe yeah, be to me. It's
Yeah.
new. You being the girl, also no. You are being convinced by your friend, like you are being influenced by your friend. So definitely you give it a try. It's
Yes.
mostly upbringing a count, but it's not all. It's not all. It's not about upbringing. No, it's about you determine not to do what you're not supposed to do. It's about you, the lady, or like you, the child, determine that. Oh, Messi me bo say adiwe. We am a damn crime till this stage.
Um.
Do you get me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. One person is saying you can seize the child's phone. Let me tell you, I a situation I encountered. There was a young girl who were trying to protect and all that. We seized her phone and all that, but she still made a way to meet the guy. Like when you
Mm-hmm.
send her to go out to buy something. So it's not that easy, like you say that, seize her phone and all that. Mind you, when she's going to school, you are not following her. These guys may be her mates in school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not about seizing phone or something. okay, when they had no phones, there was teenage pregnancy. So it's not just about the mobile phone, although it plays a key role now, but it's not about mobile phone. People have ways and means to meet people or to do things they've set their minds to do. Okay, someone says edit movies that you watch. The government, I couldn't read all, seize their phones, make it difficult and make them more secretive. Yes, it's true. It's counseling, prayer, nurturing. Yeah, prayer also plays a vital role. And I don't even think you have to even wait for your child to be stubborn. Right from the onset, you have to be, you have to like, you have to make prayer your routine, because I normally say that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So if you understand this, you have to know that you have to pray, because eh, you are just here for a short while. You are actually a spiritual being having a human experience. So you have to always make sure your spirit being is always ahead of the flesh, because whenever the flesh is ahead of the spirit, then it's a problem. So you don't even wait for the child to get stubborn to start praying. You have to pray.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a daily thing. Mm, okay. Any more questions, please? If not, we will just go to the second part, of which I know you all like, though. Okay, so what? Any final words on this topic, teenage pregnancy? Then we'll move to the second
Um,
part.
so all I could say is, you know, the mechanism. Sorry, the parents are supposed to teach their words what they are supposed to do, what is right and what is not right.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the guardians have to think about exposing immorality to their children, like talking about sex education to their children. They have to let
Yeah.
them know their stance in this kind of um, sexual thing. And also,
Mm-hmm.
there should be an understanding that there is the difference between terms of sex and sex education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the parents even want to say, or can be BBC sharing about on send about internet anyone can. But it's
Mm-hmm.
about you educating your child on sexual activities to let her know what she's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, Explore TV, can you ask your question again? Someone said we didn't answer his question, so can you ask the question again?
Question.
Then we answer it. Friends continuous road.
Uh, exploitive. They know the consequences. So go ahead. Okay, like he's asking about.
Oh, what was his question?
He's asking about the causes of teenage pregnancy among teenagers. That is well educated about this whole sex thing.
I think we already tackled that, but well,
Yes.
okay, you can go through, then he can get it. Thank you.
Okay, so like I should answer him
Yeah.
or yeah, okay, but I think he's talking about those who are being educated on this sex thing
Mm-hmm.
on his point. So sorry, wait.
Can you read out his question again?
Yeah, what's the cause of pregnancy among teenagers that is well educated about this whole sex thing? And to
Yeah.
cap it off,
Okay. So some of them is peer pressure, and some of
yeah,
them is out of curiosity.
yeah, they want to know, they want to try it
Yeah.
and
They
see.
want to know why are you saying I shouldn't? You know, we have children like that. They want to know
Yes,
why are you saying I shouldn't do this?
yeah,
It's good if they channel it into other things, like why are you saying I can't be an engineer? But some of them, out of curiosity, wanting to know everything, they go and try it, and it's out of peer pressure. So, and some of them too is poverty, economical factors, because well, some of them they have organizations, foundations coming in to educate them and all that. But she's hungry. There is no money at home. A guy said, "Oh, be my girlfriend. I'll pay you every month. I'll pay you. I'll give you all your needs." And the guy, first 1 week, the guy is doing that. So the person would opt for that option. So sometimes these are the major things out of curiosity, peer pressure, and mainly economic factors. Yeah. Yes. So we'll just round it up and let's go to the second session. Yeah. Don't hold back information from them in this time where everything. Okay. Yeah. Paula said, don't hold back information from them, especially in this time where everything is on the internet. Porn can turn out to become the thing they learn from. And that's so true. What was your question? Can you ask it again? Because
But also, can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Yeah, but also one thing about the young teenagers is, you know, I say, yeah, we are
Mhm.
supposed to, to let our parents tell us, don't do this, don't do that. But you being a teenager, no, you have to think for yourself too as well.
Yeah.
Because there are instances that when inside with me, mommy, so I shouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
bother myself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's like it doesn't have to come from your parents before you do what is right.
Yeah. It's true.
Though school, I'm not like most doesn't go to school and some too does go to school, right? But like for you not going to school, no, sometimes you have to know so me share me area more like me share neighborhood and woman. I've seen my mates are like they are pregnant due to this and this and that. No, I shouldn't be influenced. I shouldn't be forced to do something like this because minim say me and me parents and so on. They don't have some like omuni be on me, you know. I
Yeah.
shouldn't even involve myself in this thing in the first place. But
Mm-hmm.
don't wait for someone to come and tell you say, I'm a man quiet study we are stay better.
Yeah.
You have to think. You yourself, you two have to think. Though you are a teenager, but as my bit peer for an urban, sometimes you champion as my penny. If you say you can't think for yourself, you have to like you are waiting for someone to think for you. No, it's not that like that. Dream out who no being so dream found.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So being a teenager too, I think that not everything is about your parents to tell you something before as now you know say doing this is right or doing that is not right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true. All right. So thank you very much. And I think we've already said it. We spoke about what teenage pregnancy is, the factors that contribute to that, and the effects, and also how to reduce teenage pregnancy in our society. So without wasting much time, we will just move to the
Mm,
second part because time is almost up, so that um, we can choose our winner for today. So
yeah.
our 3 questions. Then the first person to get all the 3 questions correctly answered correctly will go home with a 2 year supply of reflux sanitary pads and also 500 CDs.
Yeah.
And please, there is a rule to this quiz because if you answer all the 3 questions separately, it becomes difficult to select the winner. So please
Yeah.
listen actively and answer all the 3 questions in one comment session. Um, if you've won the competition before, of which we know, even if you get all the answers correct, we won't give it to you because it will be unfair. And please, when you send the answers, add your Instagram name because people's YouTube name is different from that on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah.
And anyone can come to say he or she is the winner. So let us know your Instagram handle. Add it to your answers, like maybe at blah blah blah. Then so that when you send us a DM, we can confirm that yes, you actually won. Thank you. So
Okay.
I'm dropping the questions. Please, are you ready? Okay. The first question is, who was Reflo's Shiro in the month of January? Who was Reflo's Shiro in the month of January? And the second one is, what is the color of, what was the color of Chet Girl's dress in Sugar Mummies in Africa? In that video, what color did Chet Girl, what color did she wear? The color of the dress. And the last one is, what is Reflo's womanist tagline? So I'll repeat the questions so that you can all have it again. So the first question is, who was Reflo's Shiro in the month of January? Can you give us the color of church girl's dress in Sugar Mommy's in Africa video? And the last one is, what is Reflo's womanist tagline? So fastest fingers. The same energy you guys used to contribute to the teenage pregnancy, use that same energy here.
No one. No one.
I know, Reza, you cannot answer even if you get it. But one of these days, maybe I'll consider you because you are doing so well. So one of these days,
Yeah.
if you get it, I'll give it to you. Like,
Someone repeat the question.
okay, so Reflow Shiro in the month of January, the color of Chet Girl's dress in the Sugar Mummies in Africa video, and also the tagline of Reflow's Womanist. And it's very easy. All these answers can be found on our Instagram page and also on
Yeah.
channel YouTube. It's all there. Like if you follow the page, you'll know all these answers. Like and these are so easy. We've asked these questions in previous lives, so it shouldn't be that difficult.
I think
Yeah, so
Vanessa.
I'll repeat
Yeah.
it again. Reflow Shiro in the month of January, the color of church girl's dress in the Sugar Mummies in Africa video, and the last one is the tagline of Reflow's Womanist. Okay, Reflow's Shiro in the month of January, the color of church girl's dress in the Sugar Mummies in Africa video, and Womanist tagline. They are so
No
easy,
one.
very, very easy. And this one is just one sentence, one sentence. Even some, like, for instance, the name, just one word. The color of dress, one word. Womanist tagline, like, just one sentence. So, and please don't forget to add your Instagram handle,
Name
uh,
to it too.
yes, so that we can easily identify you when you send us a DM on Instagram for your package. Okay.
Catherine.
Okay, Catherine has won. All right.
Yes. Catherine as well.
All right.
So Catherine, kindly add your Instagram name to it. Oh, okay, she added her Facebook name rather, not Instagram.
Is she not having Instagram?
No, Catherine, do you have Instagram account?
Okay, if it's Facebook, fine. Let me take note of the name. Catherine. Okay. All right. Then we will send a message on Facebook rather.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
since we
that
have
was good.
congratulations, Catherine. That was fast. Like you've really done well. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sewa, any final comments? Like then we bring today's session to an end.
Okay. Guys, you all have to buy Reflow sanitary pad because I think it's the best sanitary pad. I've started using mine, yeah,
Oh
and I
wow.
think it's okay. So it will be better for you to get Reflow sanitary pad other than getting any other sanitary pad aside this sanitary pad. Yeah, and you're always there for you. So if anything, you can just contact us and let us know your problem. We are always there to assist you too as well.
All right. Thank you so much. So, like Sewa
Thank you.
said, you can reach us on 055 111 1169, or you can send us a DM across all social media platforms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the page, especially the YouTube channel. Other than that, like when we come here and we are talking, or when we ask you questions, you wouldn't know the answer because most of the questions I pick it from Reflow's TV. And it's not even
Yeah.
just about trying to win the prize. It's about the content they talk about, the kind of things they speak about. It's for your personal development. Like when you listen to it, it's actually intriguing to help you build your life as a woman, as a man, as an individual. And I will urge you all to not forget that it's a very cynical world out there. And if you don't take care, the world will actually make you doubt yourself sometimes. But you are doing just fine. Like you are going according to your pace. Don't be in a rush. Life is not a rush because there is a difference actually between speed and rush. People are rushing, they are not speeding up. And don't worry, whatever is yours, if you keep working towards it, have faith and believe that it will be yours one step at a time. I mean, even a journey of 1,000 miles, Maxwell says it begins with one step. You will just have to start and the rest will follow. So we will meet here next week. Yes, we have shops in Kumasi who who deals or who sells our products. Better still, the person can just call us on 055 111 1169. Then we can pick it from there. We will link him or her up to our agent in Kumasi. So
Okay.
just call us, please, for bulk purchase, or you can visit our showroom at Medina Social Welfare, Adenta Stretch. That is if you are in Accra and would want to visit our showroom. And we also have baby diapers and put up diapers. So we just don't, and even our sanitary pads, we have the extra heavy and we have the
Mm,
normal regular pack. And believe you me, Reflow's sanitary pads, we are the only ones who actually give you 3 free panty liners and 1 free wipe. You will not get it anywhere. And our pads are so comfortable and extra thin that you won't even feel that you are in your mat. Like you won't even feel that you have a sanitary pad down there. So you have to make it a point to just buy our products. And if you've not tried it, try it and you'll never regret. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much,
okay.
Sewa, for joining us today. Have a
All right.
lovely
Sure. Okay. Bye.